Okay, YouTubers, I've completed my row 6 and 7. Now I'm ready to do row 8. Now, as you can see on this one is for a little boy. The edging here, it's a front post and a back post, which makes a little nice cute edging for a boy. And I will show you how to do that so I can finish this. But I'll also show you how you can do the little ruffle here, like on this pair, the little ruffles for a little girl. I'll show you how to do that right now. So what you want to do is now on your 8th row, which is your last row, you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work. Now I'll show you for the little girl. For the little girl, you chain 3, you single, which abbreviation for that is SC. And a single is all you do is you go into your stitch, you pull your yarn through, you have 2, you wrap your yarn around and pull it through both. And again, you chain 3, you go into your next stitch, you don't wrap the yarn around, you go into the next stitch, pull it through, 2 on the hook, wrap it around, pull through both. Chain 3. So your pattern here all the way across is chain 3, go into your next stitch, single, chain 3, single, chain 3, single, chain 3, single. And that's how, let me do a couple more so you can get the idea here and see how it looks. So chain 3, go into the next stitch, single, pull through. So you can kind of see how it, let me take my hook out, how it gives that little ruffly edge. And you would sew it, okay, so you sew right sides together, then when you turn it, it would look like this. And then when you pulled your booty down, I don't know, you can tell with this color yarn, but you have this little ruffle. Okay, now let me show you how to do the front and back post for the little boy so I can complete this pair of booties. So let me go ahead and rip everything out. So I'm at the end of my 7th row. So I chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And this is a little bit tricky because with this yarn it's kind of hard to see, but you just got to make sure you catch all the stitches. Now, a front post, it's often abbreviated by FRP, ST, you'll see it, or FPST. And the back post would be abbreviated like B, PST, or, you know, that's commonly what you see it as. So, you start out making your front post. And your front post is you wrap the yarn around. And here you are going to go work around your DCs of your previous row. So what you do is, for a front post, you go in from the front, in between the spaces. You go in, then you go behind, take your hook behind your DC and poke it through the other side. And then you go up, catch your yarn, and you pull it, because you're pulling it behind that DC. It's going to look weird, but when you're done, it'll be really, really nice edging. Now you have 3 on the hook. Wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2. That is the front. Now for the back, and the next one, see, you just did that one, so here's our next post that we need to do. You wrap it around. Now for the back, you go in from the back side of your work, around the front, back through to the back. So see, now this is the back of your work. Wrap your yarn, pull it, if I can get it. Okay, let's try this again. Wrap it, pull it through. Sometimes it wants to get stuck. And now you have 3 on your hook. Wrap it around, pull through 2, wrap it around and pull through the last 2. Now that was the back. Now we're ready to do a front. So you're just alternating front, back, all the way across. So now we're ready to do the front. So now we go in through the front, around to the back, back to the front again. So you're catching it this way. wrap the yarn, pull it through, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2. Now we do the back. So we come in from the back of the work to the front, across the post, and back to the back. Wrap the yarn around, pull it through, 3 on the hook, wrap it around, pull it through 2, wrap it around, and pull it through the other 2. That's the back. Now I'll continue this. I'll do the front one more, and then I'll continue off camera and then show you how we sew it up and turn it inside out and finish it off. So now this is the front. So we're going through the front to the back, around back to the front. So it's catched like this, wrap, pull through, wrap, pull through 2, roll through, wrap, pull through the other 2. Okay, I'll finish this off camera and then I'll come back and show you how it looks when it's done. Okay, ladies, I just wanted to come back and show you on your last stitch, which is your chain. You cannot go this, which would be your back. You cannot go, back because there's no other place. So you can just do a simple DC to finish it off on there. So you go in the hole, wrap it around, pull it through, wrap it around. You have 3, pull through 2, wrap around, and pull through 2. And you are done. Now you want to cut about 12 inches of yarn, so you have it to weave, to sew the seams together. So here, as we do all work, wrap around your cut yarn, pull it through, tighten it. Okay, now we take our tapestry needle, and what you want to do is this little, your cast on tail, I like to weave it in before I sew anything together, or back to the size, so you can snip the yarn off. I'm done with that. Now you have a right side which feels smoother, and then the back side is more ruffles on it. You feel more ridges. Those are the sides you want to, this is the wrong side, this is the right side. You want to sew the 2 right sides together. So you fold your booty in half, you thread your needle, pick up. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure you have them all matched up correctly. These booties really do work up really quick. Once you get the hang of it, if you're an experienced crocheter, you can whip these out. You can whip approximately like 4 pairs within an hour if you work. What you want to do is you just want to sew them together, and you do an overcast or whip stitch. You just make sure you have it all lined up. This is so quick and easy. Just sew it. Now when you get here to the corner, you want to make sure that these 2 corners are matched up when you sew them together. So now you're going to sew across the top of the booty. Same thing, whip stitch. The whole thing is all done in a whip stitch. Just hold them together. It's very, very quick. Make sure you get your corners all lined up. It's very important to make sure your corners are all lined up when you sew them together, so it won't be lopsided. So now we're going to go across the top of the toe, top of the booty here. Just sew it together. Nothing fancy. Now, make sure the corners. Now, we're ready to sew the bottom seam. And if you notice here, this is our foundation chain. This is where we chain the 26, and you don't have 2 loops. So what I like to do, how I sew it together to make it a neat finished seam on the bottom, you just pick up the first thread of each one. Of each side, ladies. So it's very easy, very quick. It makes a nice, clean, smooth line seam, so the baby's, foot's not being scratched or anything. And like I said, this yarn here I used is very fine acrylic. It's like sport yarn. And this will fit a newborn straight from the hospital or a preemie. And I will show you here, I have made some other booties with different types of yarn and different hooks. Well, actually I used all of it. I used my G hook. Okay, I will show you when I finish this. Okay, now it's done. Now what you want to do to end it off, to make sure it's not going to come undone, just run your needle back through several of the whip stitches that you made. You can go all the way or halfway, as many stitches as you want. Okay, see how it bunched up there? Just pull it back out. We're done with the needle. Cut the excess yarn. I always like to cut a little bit extra so I know that I'm going to have finished sewing all my project together. Now you turn it right side out, very, very, very careful so you don't stretch it out too much. So there we go. And here, here's, see, if you can see, this is a different front and back post that we have made all the way around. And that is your little cup. You just fold it down, and there you go. Here's the completed booty that we had made. And here's the one I made earlier, so now I have a pair. Now, what you can do, you can crochet a chain, like this is 50, which I think I probably should have done like 40. And you can weave it through your first row of where you, well actually it would be your 5th row where you left the 4, you slip stitch 5 and then you left the other 4 undone, so that's this portion right here. So on that, around the ankle, if you would like, you can thread, run ribbon through it, or crochet a chain, run it through, bring it around, and tie it. And that way you know, if the baby's ankle is a little bit smaller, you can always tighten it and the booties will stay on. So that's that, ladies. There's this pair of booties done. Now let me show you some that I have done in a different weight of yarn, but the same G hook, and you can see that there is such a big difference. And this could be for like a 6-month-old, and this is your newborn size. So, and it's the same thing, the same pattern here as I showed you. This is the pattern for it, same thing. And here I just crocheted a chain, and that I used for the chain. And these pink booties, I just used the Red Heart Super Saver yarn. And if you're going to put this on a baby, it's a little bit kind of scratchy. It's not that soft. Have the baby wear a pair of socks and then put these on, and it'll be just fine. And for the white, I used this very soft Sensations Rainbow Classic yarn. It's a little bit thick, but it's very soft, so you wouldn't have to wear a pair of socks with this one. But these are the sizes. As you can see, big difference in the sizes versus the yarn that you use. But this, but I would recommend, really, if you're using it for a newborn, I would really recommend using the baby yarn or the sports yarn. And depending if it's a big baby, you might want to use the H hook, and it would make it a little bit bigger. But I like using the G hook, and it seems to fit all newborns that I have made these for. And also another note, lady, if you would like to make the booty part a little bit bigger for, like, say, a 1-year-old or even bigger, you increase the size of your hook, and on your chain, like we did 26 here, you would do a multiple of 2. So you increase by a multiple of 2. So this would be 26, so I would do 28. And you want it bigger, you would do 30, and so on to the size. And the hook plays a big role versus your yarn. Depends upon your yarn type. If you use like a big chunky yarn, you might want to jump up to like a K-size hook. But if you use like the normal, you know, red heart 4-ply and stuff like that, an H would probably be your best bet to when you make it bigger. So ladies, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and this is for Sandy. She requested me to make a video making baby booties. And for my next video, I will show you, this is the crocheted version, I will show you how to knit these cute little adorable baby booties. And this is using the same yarn and size 4 knitting needles. So stay tuned for that video. Thank you ladies for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with the next video.